Yeah, close that door. Yeah, close that door.
Yeah, but I don't want to stop.
Well, you know, we have two issues here, and they're also busy on the other side, you know, back and forth. So it's not picking his call.
Okay.
But this is from Cool FM. He's also bringing it live, and FDK TV is also here. So they will relate to each other.
Stone TV is also going live here.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So, all right. Welcome to the office of District Number 1 Representative, the Honorable Francis Sakila Nyumalin's office. Like all of you may be informed, he was invited by the National Security Agency of Liberia, and he have gone to a pre-meeting. So at this point, he's coming to inform the public about what unfolded and moving forward, what next. So at this point, I will give the podium to the Honorable Francis Sakila Nyumalin to proceed with the press conference.
Members of the Fourth Estate, Liberians, and our people in radio lands. We, on the 15th of March, were hosted by the OKFM, and during the interaction with the journalists in studio, there were assertions we made that came to the fore to the extent that the CDC-led government takes offense and believe that they should amount to some felonious crime or charges. A day after, we were informed by the office of the Deputy Speaker of the House of Representatives that the National Security Agency of Liberia was in search of us. But through the intervention of the leadership of the House, there was a conclusion that there was an understanding that there will have been a meeting today, a conference today, where I shall appear with my lawyers, and then authorities of the NSA will have carried out whatever they wanted to. Whether that was going to be informal or formal, we did our consultations, and our consultations were legal, political, and traditional. On political and traditional basis, we yield to the advice that said to us, you can attend a call and refuse what is in the call. And so we came to attend the call. Unfortunately, because of the presence of offense in the building, or the Capitol building compound, it was determined that our presence, in fact, was political. And so the Deputy Speaker, for some reason, has determined that the NSA has a statutory responsibility to exercise, and so they should do what they ought to do. And so I was there with 3 lawyers, Councilor Klubo, Councilor Fire, Councilor Bianhao. But the meeting wasn't held. But we have come back to let our people know, the Liberian people. Firstly, we want to use this occasion to condemn the arson attack on the home of Justice, Associate Justice of the Supreme Court Joseph Nangwe, to condemn the Austin attack at the National Election Commission to the highest and strongest term. We are a civilized society as a country. The national legislature that I'm a member of, a well-constituted, organized, and law-abiding institution. I condemn the action, the Austin action, and we support nobody that would think that that is the way to go in finding solution. I do know that there are still 5 counties. The county of Rivers, the county of Nimba, the county of Bapolo, the county of Cape Mount, and my own county, Lofa, whose senators have not been cleared, some by the Election Commission, some by the Supreme Court. And people may want to exercise, to ensure that the constitutional period is respected. Because within 30 days, the National Election Commission should be able to get rid of all election matters before then, following the announcement of the results thereof. In as much as that is not the case, any attempt to take law in your hand, I'm not in support of it. But let me repeat, this representative stand by his statement on March 15, and we will further interpret that. We will have done it now. But state security apparatus are getting involved in our political move. We reserve the definition of our statement, the further explanation of our statement. All can say to the Liberian people, we were elected and brought on board to run a government, not a party, not a political party. When I come to the Capitol building, I don't come to the Capitol building to run the party that I belong to. Even though I'm under obligation to push the line, the aims and aspirations of the Unity Party, now the CPP, when there are crucial national issues for consideration. When there are crucial national issues for consideration, we treat them as leaders of this country, void of politics. But let me re-echo that I maintain, uphold, and stand by, and ready to face anything called consequence or consequences from my position. I have no regret. I owe nobody any apology. And I am ready to face whatever the weight will be. But again, gentlemen, keep that open.
Open it. Open it.
I want to let people to know that there are allegations out there. I listen to the radio. There is a citizen from Claratown, a quote-unquote Bagugwe Avenue, who claims that I am a general, a former Ulimo general. Indeed, I am a general, but I am a political general and not a rebel general. Nobody in this country, and I challenge the media to investigate. If you trace my link in any military activity then that person stand correct. But I have been nurtured, I've been prepared. Today I am indeed a general, but a political general, and not a military general. And because I'm a political general, I will continue to fight for the people of my district, the people of my county, the people of Liberia. And nothing can stop that. I stand ready. If the NSA will feel that this representative has to be arrested, if the government of Liberia feel this representative has to be arrested. But let me say this. I learned this when we were toting Aboput Bay. Aboput said to us, and I quote, "A politician has two homes. One comfort home with your family, and one uncomfort home in jail." And so, if because of my assertion, if it is misconstrued, if it is misanalyzed, and this government, the executive branch of government, who is under obligation to protect lives and property, will determine that this is felony, I'm prepared to face the consequence. You want me to go to jail? I will go to jail. If that will end my life, let me let this government, the real government, to understand that there are more than 100 Nyumalins around here, just right around here. And you will find thousands of them outside there. And as I said, all of you know what my statement is. It's in the social media, and all of our media institutions have my statement. You analyze it and determine what I mean. If that statement is tantamount to war, then I'm ready to face the bullet. But I stand by it. Because what is obtaining in this country is a repeat, a direct repeat of those things that happened in the 70s and the 80s, in the 70s, the 60s, the 50s, the 70s, that led to the coup in 1980. It's a repeat of those things that happened up to and including 1990, when we faced a bloody war that lasted for 14 years. Today, we are still facing the effect of the war. All of us know the consequence Liberia is facing as a result of the 40-year civil war. Our infrastructure was destroyed. Our children were denied education for 14 years, and that's why you have this kind of situation today. But maybe I need to amplify my statement. For somebody to sit at the executive mansion and you call yourself Minister of State and you determine you are Prime Minister, that a McGill will dictate the course of action of this country and will listen to nobody. This is a government that is not prepared to listen to the Council of Churches. They are not prepared to listen to the National Bar Association. They are not prepared to listen to the civil society. They are not prepared, they are not prepared to listen to our elders. They have no respect for our former leaders. They do just what they want. It's about time that we face them on. And I'm prepared to do that, to lead that civilly. Anybody thinking that our position is we're going to take arms tomorrow morning to go in the bush? No way. No way. We will fight the war with our mouths right here. They will always use the arm. Because I know here after this press conference, they could send police after me. But let me say this. This Nyumalin is only leading the charge. You got thousands out there that are more than the very Nyumalin who is speaking. So I don't care McGill and his hooligans could determine today that they got rid of me, let me go. But this is an attempt where I am being queried by the National Security Agency. Another Liberian who is in advocacy, the Secretary General of the Unity Party, is being invited by the police. Total nonsense. Total nonsense. And we're not used to it. None of us in this struggle has any plans to bring Liberia back to the dark days. If that were the plan, I would not be sitting down here. I will be elsewhere calling BBC to determine what the operation is. But we will face them face on and head on. In this city, I'm going nowhere. I have no plans for anything called rebel operation. Maybe if their understanding of rebel operation is because Nyumalin will speak what the wrong is, Nyumalin will speak what the right is. If that is rebel operation, I'm proud to be this rebel. But those claiming that Nyumalin is a rebel general, I am a general, but a political general. And we stay in this struggle. Ladies and gentlemen of the press, thank you. And we'll take a few questions.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. All right. You want to take 5 questions? Yes. Call your institution before you proceed.
Honorable Nyumalin. Good afternoon again. My name is Serrano George and I report for cable TV. I'm not concerned when you say that you have no repair for whatever you say. So do you actually mean that your statement was intentional?
Honorable journalists, whatever I say, I can improve it, and I can defend it in a court of record. And so that civic position that was civilly taken, I stand by it.
All right, Honorable Elijah S. Moses, I report for FDK TV Liberia. People of Lofa County, especially Foya, they are concerned due to one post on social media. The PRO for the superintendent for Lofa County said that yes, you have been arrested, and as you speak, you are in jail. What do you have to tell the people of, especially?
Well, you tell the people of Lofa now that Nyumalin is not in jail. We just interviewed him.
Yeah, my name is Clement Toure. I report for Cool TV and Cool 91.9. I got a series of questions. The first one has to do with, you talk about your political and traditional consultation. Will you mind to follow, make it explicit on what you meant by your traditional and political consultation 1, 2? Of recent, the team from Lofa County, particularly with the Bernice Samuka saga, remember they said that there will be unspecified political action with the legs of the NEC Petrol Bomb saga and the residents at Justice Nangbe. Don't you think that the unspecified political action
Is also a political action? No, Mr. Journalist. Also, it's not a political action.
it was unspecified? So you're by the
Unspecified
NSA,
political actions are not criminal actions. So even the CPP press statement tells you that there will be unspecified political actions. They didn't tell you criminal actions. When you carry out Aussie, it's criminal, and you should be arrested.
Thank you.
But let me tell you, that Aussie action could be very flanzamitonic. We know what happened here during the those days when flanzamiton were used. To have had a purported coup d'etat only because Samedo and his cohorts wanted to get at certain people. That could be the situation. And so we're calling on the security forces of our land to leave no stone unturned to investigate. And they will have to brave the storm. If this is a government orchestrated plan, to effect an arrest of certain people and silence their voices, we will need to know. Except that there are certain voices you cannot silence.
My name is Trojan. I report for Fabric. Sir, we talk about
Yeah, this is the last question.
Nathaniel McGill and his hooligans. Who are the hooligans? And you also talk about the security forces, because this could be a quote-unquote Flanzametonization of the process. So, and yet you're calling on the security to investigate, brave the storm. Do you trust this very security who are also quote-unquote
That's why we are.
the hooligans of
That,
Minister McGill?
that's why we are. They didn't tell you that the security forces were the hooligans.
Who are the hooligans, sir?
You ask McGill, he will tell you.
Okay.
But we,
NSA
well, but we do know that. But we do know that Nathaniel McGill command a force, a malicious force called the Ponkepan Brigade. Those are hooligans.
Thank you. The last question.
And because you have hooligans, then Nathaniel McGill himself is leader of a hooligan organization.
Thank you, sir.
That's hooliganism.
Thank you. So that is the end.